Hello everyone, I am Crawlers and today I'd like to make a real short video just highlighting this GIF that I found of Battlefield 1 on Reddit. And no, I will not say GIF because that is peanut butter and no one, even the creator of GIFs, can tell me otherwise. So, well, the whole thing revolves around this cool looking reload animation and the way your character does it and the little touches that DICE has put on it are freaking awesome. And that's what I'm hoping we get across here. DICE has always, it seems, been keen on getting the little touches right, and I think it's yet another example of this, and of the awesomeness that makes Battlefield the game that it is. So, what happens in this reload animation? Well, let's take a closer look. The player, well, actually, I forgot one important detail here. This is a bolt action rifle, kind of obvious since most were back then. There weren't, that many semi-automatics, much less full auto weapons, certainly no assault rifles. And the reason I need to note this is that this is a bolt action rifle, and, well, that will become apparent in a second. Also note that back then most of these rifles had non-removable magazines that fit, let's say, 5 rounds, and they were usually loaded from the top or the breech manually, either one by one or with a stripper clip, all at once. I mean, seems pretty straightforward so far, right? Yes, so let's move on. So what happens in this animation after the player presses R in the game on this bolt action rifle? Well, the character first takes his left hand and throws the rifle forward a little bit, catching it and grabbing it by the middle then, so, he's gonna have enough space to pull back the bolt against himself with the right hand. Then with his right hand, the character grabs the bolt and obviously pulls it back. So far, everything's very standard here. I mean, nothing we haven't seen a million times in any FPS games before. Alright, so then as the character moves the bolt back, we see the topmost cartridge is ejected. But what's this? If we zoom in, we can see that the topmost cartridge that is ejected is not fired. In fact, it's an unspent cartridge, so letting it go to waste is completely unwarranted, and apparently the guy already knows this in the game because he uses his left hand, which, the one he conveniently grabbed the gun with earlier by the breech, to, catch the cartridge flying out of it and stuff it back inside the gun, before continuing as usual and stuffing some more cartridges inside the breech and cycling the bolt forward. Now, why go through all these complicated movements, you might ask? Can't he just, let the unspent cartridge drop in the muck and, continue the reloading process? And why in the hell was it unspent in the first place if the bolt was closed? Well, first of all, don't interrupt, I'm doing something here. Secondly, this happens because the unspent cartridge was cycled after the one before it was fired, and the bolt was, cycled back and forth, throwing the spent one out and bringing up the new one into the firing position. But then it wasn't fired. It wasn't, spent, and it remained just sitting there until some such time that the player pressed the R button to, reload more rounds in. And what happened then? Because now the magazine contains less ammo than the maximum amount, and because it can't be removed entirely, because it's fixed, as I said, this reload animation happens where you stuff the new cartridge in on top of the old ones without letting them go to waste. So, that's it, simple, right? Well, not really. Still, thanks for watching. Please rate and share this video as it helps my channel grow. Check out my other videos at the end of this one, and remember, in Soviet Russia, YouTube subscribes you.